A bipartisan group of U.S. senators reached an agreement on the principles of immigration legislation. The agreement covers border security, guest workers, as well as how to address the 11 million illegal immigrants residing in the country. Under the proposal, unregistered immigrants will have a channel to obtain the much-coveted American citizenship. The undocumented immigrants would need to register with the government, pay a fine, and then be given probationary legal status, which allows them to work. Ultimately, they could apply for permanent status to become a U.S. citizen. Speaking about the document, White House Press Secretary Jay Carney told reporters the principles proposed by the bipartisan group mirror President Barack Obama's principles. One of the senators involved in the draft legislation is Senator John McCain of Arizona, who ran against Barack Obama for presidency in 2008. Now, Senator McCain argued that illegal immigrants deserved a chance to live legally in the country that they had been residing in. During a press conference, McCain said, quote, "We have been too content for too long to allow individuals to mow our lawns, serve our food, clean our homes, and even watch our children while not affording them any of the benefits that makes our country so great." Now, the senator went on to say that it is time to bring these illegal immigrants out of the shadows and into U.S. society. The last comprehensive revision of the nation's immigration law was in 1986. Efforts since then to reform immigration policies have been met with stiff resistance. Critics argue that giving illegal immigrants a chance at citizenship costs taxpayers millions of dollars, takes jobs away from existing citizens, and encourages more illegal immigration. Now let's see what Weibo users are saying on the topic.
Did they come up with this special amnesty for immigrants to celebrate Barack Obama's second term in office? If they pass this proposal, the number of stowaways from Mexico and from China's Fujian province will reach new heights. Wow! There is a possibility that the U.S. population will reach 1.3 billion by the end of 2013.
The United States is home to about 1.6 million Chinese immigrants, making people of Chinese descent the fourth largest immigrant group in the U.S., after Mexican, Filipino, and Indian immigrants. The Chinese immigrant population grew rapidly during the 1990s and 2000s. Today, there are almost as many native-born U.S. citizens with Chinese ancestry as there are Chinese immigrants. The most recent quarterly salary report showed that Asians in the U.S. have the highest median earnings among all major ethnic groups living in the U.S. And not only are Asians earning the highest median salaries, but Chinese immigrants are bringing in billions of dollars every year. According to a report from the Legal Evening News, Chinese immigrants have moved approximately $1.6 billion out of their home country to their adopted country every year since 2009. The report also showed that 80% of immigration wealth flowed into the U.S., Canada, and Australia. In 2011, almost 1,000 Chinese were successful in completing investment immigration to the U.S. According to the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, these 1,000 people brought in $500 million in investments. Now, to be eligible for investment immigration to the U.S., the applicant must invest at least $500,000 and create jobs for 10 qualified U.S. workers. And now let's return to Weibo to see what some people are saying about the role of money in the new immigration proposal.
I think if we're all frank about the situation, it comes down to wanting to get money from illegal immigrants. Once this act gets passed, it will be easier than ever for corrupt officials in China to immigrate to the United States. They just have to steal into the U.S., pay some fines, and then voila, they have become a U.S. citizen. In the end, it's just better to be rich. You can solve a lot of problems with money. In the U.S., capitalism has really reached a new peak. Once you have money, once illegal activities can all of a sudden become legal. Turning illegal immigration legal, one reason is to solve the labor shortage for low-skilled jobs. And the second reason is to help fund shortfalls in short security benefits. But this policy will likely have a great effect internationally.
Well, it looks like we have a few critics who see the proposal as just another revenue stream for the U.S. government. Certainly, that will be easier to judge once we see exactly how much policymakers plan to charge illegal immigrants in fines and penalties.